Hello one and all, welcome to a new video, and what better way to start that than by opening a piece of legendary armor. Surprisingly, that was quite good. It wasn't meant to be, it was meant to be some sort of joke, but we'll take that. Okay, well that didn't go quite as planned, but I guess it did go as planned in that sense. Was that our first Frost Treads? Yeah, that's pretty good. So we actually have the Frost Treads, the Cess Brutality, and... no, that's it. We have the beginnings of an infantry march in the future. That's a very good pull, I'll be honest with you. That's much better than I thought I'd get. What's that other legendary one we've got? The Shadow Legion's Retribution. Yes, I got that in a previous, not in a video, off screen. Cavalry attack 12%, not for me. I mean, we could craft it, but there's no point. I'm still saving. Oh, I guess we couldn't even craft it. So, loads of fighting. We're now at 16.9 million power because we're healing loads of troops. I ran out of heals yesterday and had to use some... As in, I ran out of the heal helps. Once you get 1,000 helps in a day, that's it for you. So I had to use some healing speed, which I'm all too happy with. But we're at 9.2 million kill points. Approaching 10 million, did a lot of tier 5 killing yesterday, up to almost 39,000 tier 5 killed or severely wounded. So we fought against 58. I've been scathing previously of our attempts to fight them, but we did well yesterday. It was a complete draw. No one captured the runes at any point. The fighting just went on and on and on. They had 5 tier 5s, we had 1. So I do feel we were the moral victors. Not sure if that holds up in court, but we did quite well, I thought. Most of my trades were pretty even because there were a lot of tier 5 players we were playing against. I will show in a sec. And the other... I considered just going here. It was an uncontested runes, you get more rewards, etc. But the game's about fighting. I'd much rather have fun fights than just get rewards for doing bugger all. Seems to make more sense to me. So in terms of the reports... Here we go, badly there. I think that was the worst we traded. I think I got surrounded by some tier 5 at that time. That was towards the end. That was when I couldn't fight with a full march. I'm sure, because I remember someone did 12,000 damage to me. Here we go, yeah, there's a bit of surrounding fear here. But I, you know, in my defense, I did seek out all the tier 5 players because the plan was to just swarm them. Hence my getting so many kills against them because we just attacked when we saw them. But they still dominate the battlefield. This one, a little bit better. We're trading evenish there. Again, it's my rudimentary, not even rudimentary grasp of Korean means it's really difficult to pick the right people to fight against 58. Because the Korean characters... And this is an apology from a Western perspective. They all look quite similar to my eyes. So I don't know whether I'm fighting someone with that power. This guy, I recognize this guy as tier 5 now. Nope. Apparently not. See, I still don't recognize who's what. I really recognize one guy's face, who I think is a big tier 5 player. And I recognize the name Commander Zico. I'm very glad he has the name Commander Zico, because then I can actually see him on the battlefield. Anyway, we did all right in that one. There we go. That's a much better set of trades. I presume that was mainly against tier 4. Yeah, there was a moment where there was a Cleopatra on the battlefield. And it was honestly like feeding time at the zoo. We'd all been fighting about 40 minutes, and then you saw the Cleopatra. Everyone just made a beeline for her. It was glorious. Anyway, so that was all of yesterday's fighting. We picked up, as you can see, 2 odd million kill points. Most of the trades were quite good, actually, now I look through them. It was just towards the end where we got a bit isolated against the tier 5, but it was a complete draw. We're now at, as I said, almost 10 million kill points, and seeing as my target was 20 or 25 million, I definitely need to revise that. Let's go 40. See if we can get 40 million kill points throughout this KVK. My resources aren't too low yet, but I'm starting to notice that they're not growing with any regularity because of the healing. So we're about halfway to where we need to be for the kill or severely wound. I'd like to get to 5 million, but realistically 1.5 million gives me most of the rewards I need. So as I was saying about my resources, they're here at the moment. I've just done a relatively big research with the Bodkin arrows. Well, here's 2 takeaways I've got from the fighting. I'd be interested to know what people say, whether they agree or disagree with this. Number 1, Pyrrhus is a bit overrated. I overrated him. I think he's okay. Oh my god, that was so sweet and heavy. Oh god. Oh, now the sourness comes. Anyway, Pyrrhus is a little overrated. I'm not impressed by the reports I see with him. And secondly, not having the perfect tech. Maybe not even perfect, but I kind of regret all the time I've spent on economics. Well, maybe not, yeah. Obviously, in the long run, you need everything maxed, and I was always going to max mathematics and engineering, but I would kill for a level 9 herbal medicine here. My march feels very, very squishy. I want to get these to 9 as soon as possible, fill these in, and then outside of KVK I can start going back in the economic, where things don't matter and it's not too pressing. But yeah, Pyrrhus is just, I don't know, let's have a quick look at Pyrrhus. Wherever he is, he's probably level 1. I think he just feels like he should be better. Maybe it's the single target instead of direct damage, instead of AoE, I don't know why I expected more from him. From what I've seen, Richard still holds the crown as king of KVK1. Maybe even Martel. Martel and Richard are pretty interchangeable in exactly what they do. Pyrrhus is a bit more of an attack on a stick. But he feels like a slightly worse version of Minamoto. Minamoto is really good, but expected a little more from Pyrrhus. Another thing I'll say is I faced a lot of Kusanogis in the opposing team. They were really quite strong. Made me consider that maybe I should test once I get Kusanogi to max, which I can do quite soon, whether Kusanogi max is better than Thutmo's 5211. I assume Thutmo's 5511 will be better, but we're not there yet. So food for thought there. Maybe my whole Thutmo's experiment's been a disaster, but I refuse to admit that to myself. You can probably hear the UK weather in the background. They're forcibly sponsoring this video. It's a depressing country to live in winter, let me tell you. Anyway, back to business. Thank you everyone who commented on the last video. It's pretty much what I thought as well, is that I should be saving my speed ups, plentiful, comparatively speaking, as they are for gold head events. We have one at the moment. And when I say gold head events, I mean these kind of things where you've got bonuses for meeting a criteria, and then you have yourself a top X. Because I could theoretically win this event, I think. Well, I don't know if I could win it. How much power do you get for level? Oh, I can't see it, can I? I imagine you get about 800,000 power for leveling up the stable to level 25. Can I see it? Oh, there I can. Okay, 600,000. Sorry, I couldn't win this one. But that would also mean I was spending all my universals on building, which just seems like an awful idea. So I'm going to wait for specifically the one of this that's geared towards research. And once we get that, I'm just going to push. I might not get 20. I don't really need to get top, and I doubt I will. There'll be some people pushing tier 5. But if I can finish round, if I can get 3 gold heads, there we go. If I can get 3 gold heads on each and just gradually get my gold heads up that way, that seems like a good way to push power. There's no, I mean, yes, I'm a little bit weaker in battle because I haven't used all my research speed ups on speeding up these things. I could probably get these to not 10, 10, 10, but I get them probably 9, 9, 9. Yeah, maybe 998 or something, which would make me a lot stronger in battle. But I think over the long term, it's better to save and, as I said, wait for the gold head events, as you guys seem to think too. So I will defer to your wisdom. We are ready to upgrade the castle to the next level. I am getting pissed off that we have so few rallies in this alliance. Most days I come on and set rallies, no one joins in. Then we have like a 20-minute period where there's a few rallies and then it goes out. Giving me a bit of food for thought, because I need rallies all day, every day. I know it's KVK and barbs are good, but I need to be maximizing my castle book push, and I can't do that if we're not doing rallies. We're at level 18, and level 18 to level 25. Let's have a look how much that actually takes. Because I imagine it's going to be a lot of books. I also imagine that Google's updated without telling me. Here we go. Castle from level 18 to level 25. Takes 17,000 books of the Covenant. Also need some of the buildings. So I've got 3,000 books, I guess, so far. 'Cause you need 20 odd, so I'm a long way away. I'm 15% of the way there. Is that right? 3 into 20. Yeah, about 15% of the way there, and I really need to. I need some more rallies. Guys, if you're watching this from my alliance, please start doing more rallies. It's starting to frustrate me that we don't seem to be doing any rallies ever, to be honest. I know that we're a bit disparate at the moment. We're spread out because some people are here for the fight last night, some people are here for building, but most of us are here. We're the rest of us. I think we should be doing more rallies than alliance. I think doing rallies and spamming forts is perhaps not the best way to accrue maximum honor in the short term when it isn't. Barbarians are better for that, but unless you're pushing top 20, I do think it is the best way to grow as a free-to-play player out or a low spender. Just not only the books, but the speed ups, the resources you get from forts. I've got 6,500 of these resource packs ready to pop. I'll just pop these today. And I'm hoping to get many, many, many more. But if we don't do rallies, I can't get them. So that's my friendly whinge aimed at members of my alliance. We don't do enough rallies. And that upsets me. Apart from that, though, I still think we're continuing to grow from strength to strength. I'm realizing we have 17,000 more books to get. Is a little bit a little bit of a worry. But I suppose the good thing is we have exactly 86,150 more VIP points to get until we get to level 12 VIP. Once we hit level 12 VIP, I'm going to hold back on putting gems into VIP, and then I'm going to start putting them in the castle. I'll probably still do it in more than gems, so I suppose we probably have half of that books. Probably have to get about 90,000 books, 9,000 books, because I can gem the rest. Another thing I'm considering gemming in the future, well, I definitely will gem in the future. I was considering doing it today, but I've only got 7,000. I really want to get VIP 12, is this Holy Knight's Treasure, the best event in Rock in my book. Especially at the moment, since my gloves are currently green, and these would give me the Archer set gloves. But unless I get ridiculously lucky, we're talking I would need to hit the 0.7% chance 3 times. So that's not going to happen. So we'll save our gems for now, but the plan for the account is VIP 12, then Castle up with the books, and then start hitting the Holy Knight's event, the Holy Knight's Treasure. See if there are times you can, some of those events, probably like the Halloween events, where you can spend gems to get legendary commander sculptures. But for now, it's all aboard the VIP train. Well, that was a bit of a mismatch of a video, but there we are, day 99. We're about 17.2 million power, I think, once we've got all the troops healed, which I think is quite good. We probably can get to about 21, 22 million, but I'm particularly happy that we can actually fight as well. 9 million kill points more than I thought I'd have at this point. Trading all right against better players, trading well against worse players, bizarrely enough. Let's see if I can hit 40 million by the end of KVK1. Until then, I'll see you for day 100 very soon. Thanks UK Weather for sponsoring this video and ruining my day.